Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion part 1 kicked off tonight, and so far we have no more compassionate for Teresa. Here we go. Let's talk about it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Okay, guys. So we throw Marty in a pool, and we're back here. We're talking about a reunion episode. We have so much to get into with this season.
No compassionate.
But no compassionate.
What was that?
We have it's her Teresa-isms.
Jackie said she can't win the war of words
with her.
I know, and Jackie's so educated.
She's
like,
so educated. She's really,
hilarious.
God. Okay, so what were our? Oh, I'm sorry. Hey guys. All right, let's introduce
We're too excited.
Nice
We gotta
to
hop
see
right in.
I am Chelsea Stark-Jones, and we are here to talk everything about part 1 of Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion. And here is my lovely panel.
What's up, guys? Angelo Garcia.
Hey, I'm Angel Saunders, and I'm back from San Francisco. I missed last week. I'm sorry.
Actually, I think Teresa's in San Francisco right now.
Oh, we just missed each other.
Yeah,
She's probably trying to hang out with me.
She probably would have, and you would have.
Teresa, she'd have no compassion for you.
I know.
It's okay.
Okay, really quickly, what were our initial thoughts of part 1?
It was all over the place.
Yeah.
It was a lot of drama, but not, if that makes sense. You know what I
It
mean?
was just a yelling.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. It was so much was said, but nothing was said at all. Like, just so much words, a lot of emptiness. And then it kind of kicked into high gear towards the end of it. But we start, so to the right of Andy, we had Jennifer, Dolores, and Teresa sitting on the right. And then to the left of Andy was Jackie, Melissa, and Margaret. So it's also like that clear divide between the groups, you know?
I know, so on purpose. Andy loves stirring it.
Yeah, he does.
He loves it.
He does. And so he goes around the group and he asks Margaret, she looks a little bit different, and she says she got a generation lift, is what she called it.
What does that mean? Isn't that just a normal
right?
It's
like,
a facelift.
it's not like a decade. Like, what is? I don't know what that means.
What does that even mean?
She looks
A generation younger?
yeah, exactly.
Is that what that means? She does not.
I think you guys are nasty. I think it's her way of saying face. Like, it sounds nicer to her, so I think that's what she is calling it, a generation lift.
I feel like
it does
that might be a real thing, though.
Maybe it sounds a lot more glamorous.
It's like a decade lift. It's like
it's like a marketing tool, because like when you go in, it's like, oh, get your generation lift.
10 years
It sounds
off a
better
year.
than a facelift, Maybe.
I don't know. That was kind of a weird. I didn't like that.
So, but then
Just get a facelift.
we
What's up with these
learned
names?
that Dolores has had like a butt
fat transfer.
fat transfer. Yeah. So like,
I would love to do that.
I would too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Wait, you want to plump up your butt?
Yeah, I'll get the fat out of my love handles and put it right in my butt. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, you're so funny. I love you. We'll do it together.
Yeah, there we go. Beach season is coming around the corner.
Yes,
I gotta look good.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
Guys.
I'm with you, Angelo. And then Jackie has gotten a tummy tuck, and I mean that makes sense. She
Two sets of twins. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I know. After I'm done having kids, like I want to get some type of work. Like,
There's
I don't know
like
what.
a generation lift.
A generation lift.
Yeah.
There's like a mommy makeover, so
Yeah.
maybe that was like part of it.
Yeah, like I make 2 sets of twins, and they're like
That is a
young.
lot,
Like she kind of
honestly,
like back to back. So like
Yeah.
I'm with her on that.
Wait, so she has 4 kids and they're twins each? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
You didn't realize
cool.
that?
No, I thought she
whole
meant like
show?
I had twins, just like twins.
Oh no,
The whole season.
we never were like, oh, this two look like this.
Well, they don't really show their
these kids that look alike.
Like they show them, but it's like fast. I didn't
Yeah.
You
know.
must be like playing on your phone during the episode.
No, I'm always watching. I'm very intensive.
But the first housewife that Andy chooses to get into is we talk a little bit about Margaret, and her little everything that she went on with this season. We catch up a little bit with Mulaney and how cute and sweet she is.
Wait, I loved how they were like, she loses everything. She's all over the place. Isn't she like the housekeeper?
Yeah.
They're paying her to do absolutely nothing.
I know. She
I
just
think
makes jokes. She's funny.
Yeah.
She's adorable, but
She's
she
like-
loses everything.
She's like family to them.
Yeah, I
I
was
feel
gonna say. I feel like now it's at a part where it's like companionship, more so than like
Yeah.
helping out.
Yeah.
She admits that her and Joe take showers together every morning, and the ladies kind of question like, how do you guys not get it on if you're like naked and
But
wet?
they do 3 to 4 times a week.
But,
But,
not,
like,
in,
not
the
in the shower.
in the bed, or like
Because
the
you
laundry
want to
room.
shower, you want to get out of there. I'm
don't
sure it's in the
know.
morning before work. They don't have time.
Maybe that's why they do it together because they
And they
don't
save
have
water.
time.
I guess.
but I would still
They're
want my
such
lawsuit.
They have a
environmentalists.
lawsuit going on and stuff. They're trying to save money.
I would want my space. Or like if you have a house full of roommates.
You
No.
shower with your roommates?
That'd be weird.
And then we learn that weird transition. Brett and Jan are in a better place with their father-son relationship.
Yeah.
So what her efforts were paying off apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow I thought this was interesting because this kind of comes back towards the end of the reunion, but Andy asks the new girls, Jennifer and Jackie, if they had any preconceived notions about the woman before coming into the show.
Yeah.
And Jackie claims that she had no preconceived notions whatsoever, which I kind of call BS because I listened to her on a podcast interview prior and she had an opinion about Teresa before filming.
Especially from meeting her at the book signing.
Yeah,
I
she
felt
was like a
you've
fan
met
already,
her
so-
before,
Well,
so
no,
how
but
did-
like judgment. Like not just
Yeah, but she
meeting,
was a big
but like
fan of the show, so she knows, you know what I mean? Like, you have to have some kind of judgment towards him.
And so then Jennifer also, Jennifer claimed that she owned up to it. She's like, you know, I thought Dolores would be hard to get to know. I thought Teresa would be also difficult. You know, she was pretty honest about
Yeah.
it. But then Jennifer randomly brings up Oklahoma and just decides to
Yeah, what was
throw a dig
that?
at
I'm
it.
going to talk bad about it again.
just
I
opens
learned
it
my
up.
lesson.
I
They're
really
like, what do you
just
think
don't
about
think
everyone?
she gets it. You know,
She's a dit.
she just doesn't get it.
She knows what she's doing.
You think
She
so?
knows what she's doing.
No.
She's pushing buttons. She knows what she's doing.
So essentially what she was saying was, you know, I've never been around this many group of girls before, and like I've never had a group of girls ask me to go on a trip. Granted, it was Oklahoma. I'd rather it be Vegas or
I know.
somewhere.
It's like,
And
why
it's
did you have to say that?
Yeah, who
she could have
says
left
that?
it at, I've never been on a girl's trip.
Yeah. And she decided,
that?
and then of course she goes on to say, you know, I didn't want to leave my family to be in a
For
trailer,
Oklahoma.
and it would take 45 minutes for the police to come, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, really?
Yeah,
And
was it
Teresa had
necessary?
no issues with anything. Teresa was just sitting there like,
Yeah.
Teresa was ridiculous. I could
this
not believe this whole entire.
Yeah,
Like,
this
this
whole
entire
episode.
reunion show.
We lost all our compassionate for her. We're just going
We
to say
need
it now.
t-shirts. I know t-shirts are going to be made from that.
Oh gosh, she's so funny, but like not
In a
at the
bad
same
way.
time. Yeah.
In a
She's
bad way.
she's ridiculous.
Yeah, so the whole Oklahoma drama kind of gets dug up again. It seems like we're gonna get a little bit more into it later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, not too much was going on with Margaret personally and her like life and her story arc and whatnot. But we do have a lot going on here at AfterBuzz TV.
Yes, we do. Hey guys, before we go on to our next topic of Margaret and Jennifer, whatever we're getting into, we just wanted to thank you guys for making us the ESPN of TV talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to us, and we truly appreciate you guys supporting us and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our show, guys.
All right, so yes, let's get into. They did a cute little thing about the Jersey kids. Just their little montage was
I know.
really cute.
Cut out Jennifer's kids from there, though, because those kids are not cute.
Everyone, wait, their looks or the way they act?
The way they act, not
Yeah.
their looks. They're like little. But
Well,
like,
yeah, a viewer did write in and ask, why is Olivia always crying and
Yeah.
whining
They
and
said
stuff
she's
like that?
bratty.
She
Nothing
seems
of
like she's
them is, like,
bratty,
nice,
and,
yeah.
and Jennifer didn't deny it. She like
She's
was
like,
pretty
she's
much.
my baby. She's the youngest.
yeah, there you go. Someone is calling her kid a brat, and she doesn't get mad, and then Jennifer writes, "Oh, she spoils her kids," and she gets pissed.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then we get a nice, good Dolores update. This was actually something that we've been talking about all season long.
Oh,
Dolores
that's the
and
boyfriend.
Frank.
Oh, Dolores and
yes.
David, yeah.
And David.
Right. And
Dolores and
David. Oh
Frank.
yeah, and him
and him.
and that guy.
So yeah, I mean, we've seen Dolores. I actually particularly like this season more so because we got to see a lot more from Dolores. Like we know about her charity work now. We know about her background working in corrections
She
and
seems
police
really
officers.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we got to know her a lot more than just Teresa's best friend, which I actually really enjoyed. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
But she said, you know, in the finale, she said that she was going to move, and she decided not to. She
Yeah.
felt like she made that decision too
soon,
soon, and when she's feeling vulnerable.
So she's still with Frank.
No, she's with David.
No,
Well,
but
like
she lives
dating.
with Frank.
No, I don't think Frank lived there.
I thought he did.
Did he? I don't think he lived in that house anymore.
So
It was confusing. And no one knows.
Well, whatever.
Either way,
but,
she's in the same house she was.
yeah, she hasn't left.
Okay.
And David has moved closer to her, and she says they see each other every day. They've been traveling together. They're a lot more like
They went to
together.
Italy.
Yeah, that photo was cute.
Finally.
That photo
it
that
was very cute.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh,
They're
yes.
coming together.
So maybe next season we'll see them like interacting with one another.
And
'Cause
Frank's building his house. It's like so weird.
it is
I think
like
Frank does live with her, or at least did, because she was like, I'm moving out. If you want to stay, you can stay.
Yeah, she said that.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, so yes, but yeah, so her and David are a thing, and she said that she wouldn't move in with David
Unless she
has
had
a ring.
the ring.
But she lives with Frank and she doesn't have a ring.
This show is full of contradictions.
She
just
did
saying.
have a ring. She
had
chose
a
to
ring.
return the ring.
I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Her and David getting married.
Yeah. Right? I don't know. Like I don't know.
I don't know. Like
We don't know enough about him.
Yeah,
I know, but
I'm very much looking forward to seeing a little bit more of him on next season. Hopefully,
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if he's one of those that like
Doesn't wanna
shies
be
away
part
from
of
the
the show.
camera, but like I would love to see how she is interact. Like I don't know, because all we know is her and Frank.
Yeah, we don't
you
even
know?
know
I
their
wonder if her
relationship.
and Frank like flirt with each other. They live together.
They do. You can see it on camera. They're
Well,
always
yeah.
flirting.
Well, yeah. True.
I
when
want
the
to know.
cameras are off.
I want to know how Frank, David, and Dolores are together.
Like when they're building the house and they're all
Like, because I
discussing
know,
something.
like you know, they all hang out. Like they have to all be around
It's
one
a
another. So
awkward
I'm
triangle.
curious
It's a
how.
triangle that I wouldn't do.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
weird.
It's too close.
But
to
Frank's a
comfort.
nice guy, and I'm sure he doesn't, like push anything
Yeah.
weird. You know what I mean? He's a nice dude.
But I mean, if we had to give an award to the most awkward part of the reunion so far, it would be when a viewer asked actually Andy asked this. Do you like Melissa?
Yeah.
And Dolores, and Dolores
She's
kind
very
of
quiet.
pause, kind of look at Teresa for some type of like help, or may I say yes or
Yeah.
no or whatever. And then she was like,
Yeah.
I do. I
Yeah.
mean,
And then Andy goes, "You
yeah,
hate her. Just say it."
She
yeah.
paused again after that.
Yeah, it
She
was
was like, do I want to admit it?
cutaways of all their faces, like,
That's hilarious.
it was very uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. So awkward. I mean,
Andy loves it. He does all that on purpose. Why would
yeah.
he say you
I mean,
hate
he
her?
lives
Admit
for
it.
it. Well, I mean,
Yeah, why would he say that?
wasn't that what
he
you were
knows.
thinking? Like
Well,
in
I
that
mean-
moment, if it took you that,
That
long
long
to
to
just,
answer.
like.
I guess, but you're just gonna blur it out, just sitting there. You hate her. Just say it.
Like she talks so much about how these people are her family, like Teresa and Joe and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Like if they're your family, if that's your brother, then essentially you're saying Melissa is an assistant.
She's an outsider. She's
So,
by
like-
marriage.
But that's just like
That
I
sucks.
feel like she tries so like she's so nice.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't say mean things. She
I think
doesn't
they're
talk
just
out of
jealous.
turn. Like it's just
I
so
think
strange
they
to
should
me.
get along because they are both nice. Like we just said, Dolores was nice, like with her charity work, and like
Yeah.
she seems like a cool person. And Melissa doesn't do anything to anybody. So
Yeah. I think they're kind of jealous of
Our
Melissa,
founder,
to be
Keven
honest.
Undergaro,
Yeah.
and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for
So we also will get into Jackie now. So we
The best. I love Jackie.
Yeah, we have a
she held her ground.
Stacy Johnson in the chat is not a fan of Jackie. So
Let's hear
we're-
why.
Come on.
Why, Stacey?
we
Is she a
are
Teresa fan?
going. She is actually. She
Uh-oh.
says that
What?
we've been too hard on Teresa all season long.
What? Did she watch this reunion show?
She's
She's too compassionate. Well, that actually worked.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works. That fit.
So all throughout the reunion, Teresa was just like kind of making slight digs at Jackie, like slight little comments or whatever, and like they kind of bickered back and forth. But finally, once it got to Jackie's whole little discussion portion of it, Teresa really just went in, and I get why, but like I felt like they squashed it. Like for her to be so like as if she just said it again. You know,
Teresa
it sounded
was
so
on
fresh
one.
for Teresa.
Well, something must have happened. I feel like
Or
something
maybe
picked up.
it's because they watched the clips during the reunion
And got upset or something?
Yeah, maybe they get upset all over again.
I just feel
or
like
No,
Teresa was
something
ready
must
to
have
like
happened.
before they even
Backstage.
sat down on the couches, she was ready to go in.
Something
on
must
Jackie.
have happened, like to reignite that fire. Like it was already put out. They were fine.
Yeah,
Something
it was.
happened. I'm
She
telling
was
you.
very, very upset, And I mean, it was just a war of words. And Jackie flat out said, "You're not going to
Jackie
win a war of
wins.
words with
And
me."
Teresa didn't.
Teresa was, yeah. So what do we think of this whole exchange? Let's just start with like the broad overview. Of this.
Jackie's too on her wits for like all this. She's just
Yeah.
killing it. It's kind of making Teresa not look good.
Yeah.
And it made no sense, like all the comparisons that Teresa would make, and then it was okay when Jennifer would do it, but not okay when Jackie would do it. It just was ridiculous. It's like, Teresa,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah, Jackie was on her wits. She's a sharp cookie.
She is. And so, actually, because you guys are really popping tonight in the chat. Tell us if you are Team Jackie or Team Teresa. We kind of want to take a quick little poll. And I'm just curious what you guys all think in the chat. But I was definitely Team Jackie in this one. I mean,
100%.
Teresa was calling her a stalker, saying you... And I felt like...
you're talking about your fans.
I felt like it was so insulting to everyone else that shows up to your book signings. Are they also
Exactly.
stalkers?
Yeah.
Are they
If
also...
they say, "Oh my gosh, I watched the show, I love you," like, can you
Yeah.
sign my book? Does that make your fans a stalker?
And
like,
I
it
loved
was
when
rude.
Jackie was like, "Explain it, Miss Merriam-Webster."
Yeah.
Like,
You know
She
what
for
I
sure had
love?
no idea what Merriam-Webster was.
I hope she did. But what I loved about Jackie was when she said, "Shut your pie hole," because who even talks like that? Like, who is
Dude,
in like
Jackie
a real
is-
argument and says, "Shut your pie hole"?
She's on her wits.
Does
She's-
anyone say
she
that?
is. But and then like the thing is too that is really starting to upset me about Teresa is that it is starting to feel more and more she just, her head's getting too big. You know what I
she's
mean?
saying it's the Teresa show.
It's the Teresa show. You see, everyone that challenged me is no longer on the show.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was
but
just like
even you've said that.
and,
You know what I mean?
And that proves Jackie's point that like people are afraid to go up against you because they're threatened by you and think that if they do, they won't be here anymore.
Yeah.
You know? And I just thought that like
That
and like
Jackie's changing the culture.
Teresa doesn't realize that everything she's saying just further proves Jackie's point.
Yeah.
You know?
She's digging herself into that.
That's what I'm
grave.
saying.
Yeah. And then Jackie goes on and says that Dolores is a yes man to Teresa, which I kind of disagree with.
Yeah.
No,
I
this
think-
episode she was. Usually throughout the season, she didn't really show that.
There were a few times where Dolores was like, "No, Teresa, like
Yeah.
you need to open your eyes. You're a bad judge of character."
Yeah.
Like Dolores has like it. She didn't just take sides. She knows right from wrong, and she
Yeah.
wasn't afraid to speak
Yeah.
on it. But this show, it was just like everything.
Yeah,
kinda.
everything Teresa was saying. She
I
was-
mean, I disagree. When they were talking about the necklace, and Dolores was like, "You should have said something in that moment about
That
the whole
was,
necklace."
like,
Like,
the
I,
one.
I think that Dolores.
Oh, Dolores said that?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that Dolores truly does agree that Jackie's analogy was incorrect and was hurtful, and so I think that's why she is backing her on this issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I disagree with Jackie calling her a yes man
Does
I
this
think
analogy should be dragged along like this much? Like, it wasn't
No.
that bad.
I agree. I don't think it was that bad of an analogy either.
Yeah, I'm just really glad that we finally started talking about like other stuff with Teresa, because remember like the first few episodes, the only like Teresa's entire
all about Joe
storyline.
and-
Melissa, you don't make Joe see his dad. That was like, I felt like 6 episodes straight. It's like, shut up and get a life.
Yeah, so the chat seems to be more on Team Jackie's side.
Oh, good. I thought you were about
As
to say
it should
Teresa.
be.
No, I just want to make sure I'm being correct on calling this.
Yeah, you're not cheating, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of
Jackie?
It's a lot of Jackie. Shout out to our boy Ronnie Jr. in the
we
chat.
were just talking about him.
We were talking about, yeah. So Ronnie is Team Jackie. Teresa is so lame
Right.
with that whole "this is my show." Like, yeah, I agree. You're confusing him. With
Okay, no, sorry.
and so yeah, so let's move on a little bit to. I stopped taking notes after a while because it just got so back and forth. But the necklace came up again.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about the necklace. We got into the Margaret and Jennifer drama, and Margaret admits to. Okay, so what are our thoughts about this whole affair thing? The Marge Senior affair, dragging Marge
It's
Senior.
no
What are our
one's
thoughts
business.
with that?
I know it's easy to say like, oh, she's just an adulteress and just talk all this crap about her. But I mean, it's no one's business. But like you were saying, we don't know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, that guy could have been like, oh yeah, I'm not married
single,
anymore. Yeah, like
or I'm filing for a divorce.
yeah, we don't know the
or
situation.
whatever.
So
Yeah.
Jennifer just be blabbing her mouth off. She has no idea what happened.
Yeah.
That's what makes it hard because you don't know all the facts. Because it's like normally I would say, okay, I wouldn't talk about someone's mom, but in all honesty, your mom did have an affair with someone for 15 years. And it's not nice to call your elders a homewrecker, but technically you are. I'm pretty sure a 15-year affair with a married man destroyed a family. Like, I'm pretty sure the kids, the husband, the
I
wife.
mean, was that really an affair for 15 years? Like, there's.
It's
That's
an
the way they
affair,
make
but
it.
I just feel like one.
How do you hide that for that long?
We don't. Well,
I don't
see,
know.
that's my
That's what I'm-
point. That's my
We
point. Is
don't
we
know
know
all the
absolutely
details.
nothing about
Yeah.
it. So for Jennifer to be talking out of her ass about it
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
calling Marge
saying.
Senior
Her
a
monkey
homewrecker
lips.
and like all this stuff,
And
it's
imagine
just
someone
like
saying that stuff about Jennifer's mom.
it's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't speak out like. And I understand how Margaret's colorful past and how she ended up with Joe is controversial. I
Mm-hmm.
get it. But I much rather prefer her being open about the fact that they had an
me
affair
too.
and that's how they are where they are than her trying to be like, oh, we're this perfect couple and we love each
Exactly.
other and blah, blah, blah. And then later it comes out through whatever magazine or whatever
Yeah.
housewife digs up some news and
Yeah.
brings out Jan or whatever. Like she's honest about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a sucky situation. They shouldn't have ever had this year and a half like love affair with one another.
Yeah.
But she's open about it. Like, how much worse will it look for Margaret if she hid this and then
Yeah.
it came out?
No,
you
I
know?
agree 100%. She's just being truthful about it. It
Being
happened.
truthful. I'm actually curious about this too. How do you guys feel about Jennifer calling out Marge Senior? Are you guys Team Jen on this or Team Margaret? Let us know.
Never Team Jen.
And then
I'm the
just
left
like,
couch.
it's just
The left
like,
couch.
right.
the part of it too is just it's Marge Senior. Like, how can
Yeah.
you be so disrespectful to Marge Senior? She's the nicest little old lady.
Yeah.
She's so funny
she's
and
such
witty.
A little old
It's
lady
like,
too.
yeah.
why are you talking about someone's mom, period? I
I
mean,
know.
I guess I get that she was trying to make the comparison about the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, but it's also like they do have those unspoken rules. Well, I guess they're spoken. Don't talk about kids. Don't
Yeah.
talk about parents. Like
And husbands,
so,
but
yeah.
like I understand you saying the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah.
But she just kept beating it. Like
That's still kind of rude too.
it is, but you could just say that and then move on from it. But
Yeah.
Jennifer did not back down tonight. She was still going on and on and on about your
Yeah.
mother's this homeworker. How can she do this? I loved when she was like, I was thinking about that woman and how hard it must have been for her and blah blah. And Margaret was like, really? When you were drunk, you were thinking about that?
She was, I'm sure of it.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with anything. What are
She
you
thought
saying
about
there?
it after the fact,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah, I couldn't deal.
Yeah.
I could not deal.
Jennifer and Teresa, like, maybe next season, no more.
I don't know.
I actually really like the cast that we have. I think.
No, I
next-
do. It's
yeah.
a good dynamic for drama. Perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it's the perfect setup.
Our girl Lizzie D is in the chat. She is Team Margaret. We got Bev Harmon, Team Margaret.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's on
Stacey
our
just
side.
feels like we're so biased towards the Teresa couch.
Can they explain?
Stace.
I don't like Teresa couch. I'm left couch. I'm telling you.
Oh, well, I love Dolores, and I do
Yeah,
like.
Dolores is cool.
I do like.
Dolores is annoying me this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
I like Dolores. I feel like she's
No, I do
just very
too.
like she's like a very what is it like neutral party. Like she will always have Teresa's
friend,
back.
but-
Yeah.
But she will call Teresa out when she thinks she's wrong. Like I
Yeah.
think she's Teresa's morality police, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that about her because Teresa needs someone to like kind
She's
of
definitely
bring
not
her
Danielle.
back.
She is loyal to Teresa too.
I do like Jennifer because she brings drama. I don't necessarily
Jennifer
like
as a
her.
person.
I just like that she brings drama.
Yeah, but her as a person, come on.
Yeah, I just said I don't necessarily
Yeah.
like her.
Ex-nay. Is that the word?
X-nay on in a fur J. But no, and I actually really like. I hope Jackie comes back too.
Yeah,
like
I like
think
Jackie.
she's a very good addition
smart.
to the cast. She's smart, and she also is a good adversary for Teresa. Like Teresa needs someone that could stand up against her and like not back down.
She
Yeah.
makes Teresa look like a pea brain. And I feel like my punchlines sound like theirs. Shut your pie hole. Wait, what was that thing that you said that one time? The pig or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was like this saying that you said and we had never heard of it before. Moving on.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about. I forgot,
Yeah.
but I remember now.
Ronnie says, I love Dolores and would love to trade Margaret for her. That'd be my. Oh, he doesn't
Wait,
like Margaret.
trade Margaret for Dolores. So get rid of Margaret.
Yeah, I don't mind Margaret, but don't see all the he doesn't really care. Yeah, we've talked about
I like
this.
Margaret.
I love Margaret.
cool.
Ronnie doesn't find her to be that funny. I think she's
She
hilarious.
pushed a man in a pool. You
Like,
gotta bring him back. She's gotta be on another season.
Yes. So, I mean, we don't really have we don't have our table flipping moment of the night because it just all was kind of a lot. But
Yeah.
I think
I mean, it
Teresa,
started
I think
off,
we
like,
give it to Teresa if we were. She was she got there. And,
Yeah.
and it looked like she was about to get there because it cut off with her
yeah.
taking Andy's notes.
We can give it to
Trying to throw
Jackie too.
something.
Jackie was feeding the fire.
Jackie
Yeah.
was
Give it to
feeding her.
Jackie.
She didn't
Nah,
back
backing
down.
down, yeah.
And it's
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
and
I love it.
I can't remember the last time. Maybe it was in Jacqueline, and yeah, maybe it was when Jacqueline was on the cast. But like, Teresa hasn't been challenged in a while.
Yeah, no one like.
She
Jackie
hasn't
was
been
so
Why
challenged.
on
she
the
acts
point.
how she acts.
Yeah, she's now at a point where she's like finally being challenged. Like,
It really is the Teresa show.
you,
It really is.
you think it's
took
the
a while
Teresa
to
show?
get to that.
Yeah, no, like it really is. Like,
her
unfortunately,
storyline
like whoever goes against Teresa is like gonna get dogged on. You know what I mean?
I think that there's
Jackie's
this like
changing that, but usually the culture is like if you go against Teresa, like you're stupid. You know what I mean? Kind of.
yeah. Okay, so something that I found to be really interesting about Teresa too is she kept bringing up, and I just felt like this was a low blow and very hypocritical because she kept bringing up, you don't even talk to your own sister, like all this stuff.
Oh, I know.
And
And I
then
was like-
after Jackie had already said they spent time.
But
Yeah.
well, but like they haven't talked for 15 years.
Yeah.
But like, how hypocritical of you, because you and Joe had your own thing going on just
Yeah.
a few years ago. Like, you guys weren't talking for a while. You guys were fighting on the show. Like, how hypocritical of you to judge her for having a bad relationship with her sister when not too long ago
Even
that was
on
you.
this season, they weren't the best.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I just like that was just like
and she kept
she
reiterating
doesn't look
it. Like,
into a mirror.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just very like, this is my perspective. I'm only thinking this way, and I have no, like, you know, I'm not going to shift perspectives
oh,
whatsoever.
100%.
I wonder
Yeah.
if after she watches the episodes, if she's like, dang, I'm tripping.
No.
No.
I wish she could come on this show and just like explain to us her point of view. Like, it's like they give her so many examples of why she's wrong, and she's still just like,
Well, it's not that she doesn't listen. Like, it doesn't matter. You could tell her until she's blue in the face. She does not listen.
Yeah.
I think that's her issue.
Yeah.
It just doesn't go through to her because she's not listening.
when Teresa tried to throw that thing and Jackie said, watch it, aren't you on parole? That was so
Oh,
I know.
that looks like it's coming up.
Teresa's
Yeah.
going back to her old ways. She's getting ghetto on it.
Yes. Let's go ahead and jump into some news and gossip.
Okay.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So the news is very Teresa-centric.
Of course, it's the Teresa show.
Yes. So Teresa was spotted holding hands with a younger man during a weekend getaway in Miami while her husband, Joe Giudice, or Giudice, however you prefer to pronounce it, serves the last month of his jail sentence. So if you guys don't remember earlier, I had some news and gossip for you that she was seen holding hands and flirting with a guy at a New Year's Eve party. This is the same gentleman.
Ooh.
So Teresa, who is
getting
46,
serious.
was seen getting closey with Blake Shrek?
Shrek.
S-C-H-R-E-C-K.
S-C-H-R.
Let's just say S.
Shrek.
Shrek. Shrek, that's how you say that.
And he's a New Jersey realtor who is 20 years her junior.
So he's 20, what?
26.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
He's younger than me.
It sucks because
He's 26.
26.
Joe is just about to get out. Like, that's got to be the worst news. You're getting out, but you're getting deported, and your wife left you like the
For a
month before.
26-year-old man.
I would
Yeah.
think that he would know this because I mean,
He's
like
been
we
gone
also
for like 5 years, huh?
no since 2016.
Was she
Wait.
locked up for 5 years? I thought they
She
said
was
something
left up
about
for
5
about a year
years.
and a half. So this whole ordeal has been about 5 years. She was
Okay.
locked up first, and then he was locked
Okay.
up.
Is this where Andy saw her when he said, I saw you in
No,
Miami?
this was.
Oh, he did?
No.
I
Oh.
think they just ran into each other on the beach, maybe.
It was.
Oh.
This was months ago. This was taped months ago. So yeah, I mean, like I said, we've reported earlier that if he leaves, if he is deported, she's not going with him, and that they will pursue a divorce.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been any verdict or any decision out yet on if he is, because they appealed it.
Yeah.
And there has been no decisions, but it's looking like it's likely. I don't know.
I mean, they're probably
that
going to
he's
get a
gonna
divorce
deported.
either way, I feel like.
I know, especially after this.
I know. I don't think he's going to come home. Even if he doesn't get deported, he's not going
Yeah.
to stay with her.
That's
She's-
not nice.
Yeah,
To be
Ronnie.
with someone else.
Ronnie asks, serious question: could the mystery man be a gay BFF? I saw
Maybe.
something
It could.
earlier, a report that she was with like some type of doctor. I don't know if it was a plastic surgeon or something. And people were like linking them together, and it came out that he was gay. So I don't know if maybe
Yeah,
Ronnie, you're
but-
confusing that with.
I don't know. That looks a little
aren't
suspicious.
I don't think those are romantic pics, honestly. I think it could go either
right
way.
one?
It could go either way.
I
Like,
think they
holding
look.
hands.
Okay, so for those of you that are listening, it's a side-by-side photo of Teresa. One is just like looking at this guy laughing like he's hilarious, the funniest guy on the
I
planet.
laugh at you guys.
And then on the other side, it's the two of them walking away hand in hand. I mean, the young gentleman looks like he dresses well. He looks very dapper.
He doesn't look like he's really into her, to be honest with you.
I think so, but it's hard because we only see the back of his head.
Yeah, but look how far he is. He's like walking like so separate.
Well,
Guys, we
that
don't
doesn't
know.
It could be an
always-
action shot. I looked so much
it,
into
it
everything.
could go either way, honestly. And just because they were holding hands New Year's Eve, people go out with their friends on New Year's Eve.
You guys,
Yeah, but they're holding hands everywhere. Like I don't think she's gonna
New
hold
Year's
hands.
She's wearing heels. Maybe she
New
needs
Year's
help
Eve,
walking.
they said that they were aggressively flirting with each other. I'm just
the
saying,
drinks.
I prefer Teresa to. I think maybe she's so uptight because she hasn't gotten any action lately.
Maybe. That's why she was
And-
going crazy on tonight's
I'm
episode.
sure she's gotten action now with
And I
Shrek over here.
prefer her to be getting something.
Shrek's got it going
Moving on. Melissa, our girl Melissa MG, was on the Strahan and Sarah show this morning on ABC with Margaret and said that she credits the show for her and Teresa's relationship being so good.
Wait, do you see Andy photobombing?
Yeah. So she says that the show is the reason why they're so good. She says if it weren't for the show, they probably wouldn't be going on vacations together. They probably wouldn't be calling each other up to hang out. And they probably wouldn't be seeing each other as much.
That's interesting. I thought it'd be
I-
opposite.
I don't know.
I agree. I thought it was very strange.
Yeah.
Because now it just seems like your relationship is forced as opposed to being organic.
Forced and like more conflict, I feel like, with all the other girls
Yeah.
around. You know what I mean?
Because, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how much fun do they actually have on the show? Majority of the season, they've been arguing. So.
Yeah.
It's
So
interesting.
so what she was saying too was like if Teresa and I get in a fight, we're more inclined to call each other prior to filming and talk to one another instead of bringing it. So like it forces
I see
them
what
to
you're
like
saying.
resolve their issues quicker, I guess.
Yeah, but that's not real. Like,
Yeah.
I know. We want to see it when it happens. Don't call it.
But like it just doesn't feel like it's a genuine
relationship.
like they really
Yeah.
don't like and I think it was also very telling when Dolores was asked if she likes Melissa and
maybe
her
that's
long
why.
pause. Like I think Melissa and Teresa don't really have. I think they're sister-in-laws.
Yeah.
I think they love each other because they have to, but I don't
Yeah.
think they like each other.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
They love each other because they're
I
family.
mean,
Yeah.
honestly, when Jackie was saying a lot of the things that she was saying to Teresa, Melissa just kind of sat there and either didn't say anything or shook her head like in agreement.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all, let's jump into some predictions. Let's
Okay.
do that, and then we're gonna get out of here.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, Angel. Let's start with you. What do you foresee?
What do you got
I
for
don't
us?
know. I mean, after tonight's show was just like so all over the place. I definitely see tears. Of course, more arguing. I don't know. I just see entertainment for us for next week.
Yeah.
I see Joe coming in and stirring some stuff with Melissa and Teresa.
Well, we saw
Not
that
even
on the
purposely.
preview.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm predicting it. And he doesn't do it purposely. Just him being around, I feel like, causes a little conflict between them because of everything that's already going on. You know?
Yeah. I think grander scheme of things, because they've given us so much to look forward to, like in clips and stuff like that. But I think grander scheme of things, this Teresa and Jackie thing just is not going to go away, and they're going to continue to have like a disliking for one another. And I do think, because Teresa kind of mentions it, like this, Jackie is going to put a wedge between Melissa and Teresa.
Yeah.
Not intentionally. And I think it's more so going to be Teresa being upset about their friendship. And yeah, I think Jackie is a great asset to the cast.
I think
just
it's going to be
because
a
she really
big divide.
she really gives it to Teresa, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Like, she does need to be challenged because she does put herself to a higher standard, because I mean, she is the OG of New Jersey.
No, yeah.
You know, so but it is nice to see someone that's not afraid of that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Changing it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
I think
appreciate
even being the new kid on the block just could be like, that could make you shy enough.
Yeah.
But Jackie is like, nope.
Yeah.
and that's what I
care.
appreciate about both these new girls. It's like they did not back down whatsoever
came in
at any
firing.
point of this season. And even at the reunion, like, everyone talks about how intimidating and long the reunion is. Like, they're 12, 13-hour days. And these girls...
Wait, seriously?
Oh, yeah. These
Oh, wow.
girls are giving it to them, you
Yeah.
know? And I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Miss Brown, oh, I love it. Miss Brown Sugar in the chat. Sugar, S-U-G-A, too. I love it. She says,
S-U-G-A.
yes. Joe loves the drama. He says he doesn't, but he always finds a way to drop some tidbit.
That's what
he
I'm
does.
saying. He does.
And he kind of smiles with it too sometimes.
Yeah, he really does. I believe he's the whole reason why Marty ended up in the pool that night.
Yeah, he was like, oh,
yeah.
you got to talk to him. Go outside with him. Go outside with
Joe
him.
is all about the drama.
Yeah, he loves it.
loves the drama. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for being like so hype in this chat. It was fun.
I know. We love when you guys
It
get
was
involved.
really cool. We love it. Part 2 is next week, and it seems like we're gonna have a lot more to talk about. It really is gonna clash and come to a head. I'm really
I'm still
looking
left
forward
couch.
to it.
I'm rolling left couch the whole
I
time.
want some
Yeah.
secrets to be dropped.
Yeah, some bombs. Yeah, maybe we'll see. But no secret here. I am Chelsea Stark Jones, and you can find me online at chelseastarkjones.com and on Instagram at C_S Jones.
And I'm Angelo Garcia, guys. You can find me on Instagram at Angelo Garcia with 3 A's.
And I'm Angel Saunders, and that's where you can find me on Instagram at Angel Saunders.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening and to contributing in the chat. We will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
See you guys next week.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.